Central AC compressor not coming on. Replace capacitor and contactor and compressor still not coming on. Fan comes on along with blower in the house, compressor just does not seem to kick on.
Hello, my name is XXXXX I will assist you today. Does the compressor make any noise at all?
No.
If it at least had a hum, I would say at a kickstart. Since it does not, it sounds like either a burned wire at the compressor or a bad compressor. Do you have a voltmeter for any testing?
Yes.
Great, can you find where the wires go into the compressor? Be sure all power is off. I would like to remove that cover and let's have a look.
Yes, I think so. When you say cover, do you mean the cover that covers the capacitor and contactor or something else?
This would be at the compressor.
Okay, it will take me a few minutes to access that. Looks like the compressor is under the fan.
Yes sir, it is. Once the top is removed, should be okay. Be sure breakers are off.
Okay, I am taking it off now. I have the top off of the unit along with the side cover for the capacitor and contactor.
You should see where the wires go into the compressor now. You may have a sound blanket covering it.
Yes, there is a box that has a spring wire holding it on.
Great, that's it. Remove spring and it should pull out.
Okay, got it off.
Are there any burned wires in there?
No, they all look good. Can even see the color of each wire very well.
Great. Does your meter read ohms?
The compressor does feel warm. Does that mean it was on? Yes, it is a multimeter.
It means it probably tried to start. Is it warm or hot?
Just warm. I can keep my hand on it without burning.
PK. Do you see the terminal markings on the compressor? Should be RCS.
I will look, may take just a minute.
No problem. Does your meter read ohms?
I had to take off another metal piece to look in at that. I got it off. I see the RCS, but I don't see where the wires connect. It looks like a big rubber piece.
Great, that's even better. Does your meter read ohms?
Yep.
Please unplug the wires, be sure power is off first, and we will ohm out the compressor.
Unplug from capacitor and contactor.
On the ohms RX1 scale, read from C to S, then from C to R, then S to R. Please write the readings down for me. Make sure meter makes good contact with terminals. Unplug at the compressor. What you are seeing is a big plug with 3 wires going to it. Are you still with me?
Okay, I got.
Great.
C to S equals 2.6, C to R equals 0.8 and S to R equals 1.9. My meter is auto, so I hope I have the right scale.
The only problem I see is S to R, that's a little low. Can we double check that one?
Sure, I will be right back.
C to S plus C to R should equal S to R.
2.0, then checked again 1.9, and then one more time got 1.9. No harm in an extra check, smile.
Great, you're correct. Okay, we can accept that even though it reads low, we did get a reading. Was you originally tripping breaker?
No, just stopped cooling. The compressor was not making its normal rumble noise. Whatever sound a compressor makes. Fan was turning, so I looked online and seen most people need to change the capacitor, so I did that. Could I have hooked the wires up wrong?
Okay, since we have the cover off, let's check all these terminals to ground. Ground can be the copper tubing. Scratch it good to be sure we have a good connection. Check C to copper, R to copper and S to copper. Should get no reading. If we do, we got problem.
Still with ohms correct.
We will go over the wiring NXT. I will pull literature on this while you are gone. Yes, ohms 10,000 scale.
Okay, sounds good. I will be back ASAP. Okay, triple check each line 0 on all.
Great. Let's plug back in and put cover on. Push plug on hard, tap it in place with your palm if needed. It will only go on one way. Please verify model of unit as I can't locate that model.
Okay, I will be putting it back together and let you know when I am done ASAP.
Thank you.
Okay, all back together. Sure comes apart easier than going back together.
Lol. Okay, let's look at the wiring. I can't locate your model. Are we sure about the model number? They don't show a 561J.
It shows 561CJ036E.
Great. Let me look for that. Got it. Do you have a wire diagram?
Great. Yes.
Okay.
Connection and schematic.
Let's start with the contactor.
It is on the inside cover. Thank goodness the one panel I still have off.
Make sure the L1 and L2 are connected as shown. This will be your 220 volt 2 unit. That terminal 11 and 23 could be L1 and L2.
The old contactor had 11 and 23, the new one does not. I have a red and black wire for my 220. Does red go on 11 and black on 23?
What are the wire colors from the house to the unit? Usually a black and white. Let me back up and ask you this, does the fan on the outside unit run?
Red and black. Yes, the fan runs.
Okay, let's go to capacitor then.
I replaced the contactor. Original was a HN51KB024. New contactor is a Mars 61345.
What are the terminals on the new contactor? T1 and T2 and L1 and L2?
I actually do not see any number or letters on it.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the contactor.
On the original contactor, the red wire was on 11 tab and the black was on 23. So I wired in the same position on new contactor, but it did not have the tabs labeled.
Okay. The points opposite the 11 should have a black wire to the compressor and the smaller black to the fan motor. The other set of points opposite where the 23 is should have a yellow to the compressor and another yellow to the C terminal of the capacitor.
Yes, that is what I have. Well, the equivalent to I think on the new contactor.
There is a third yellow to the fan motor. The third yellow comes from the C on the capacitor to the motor. The H terminal has a blue wire to compressor.
Yes, there is a yellow pigtail going from C on capacitor to the contactor. Blue to the humm, and a brown wire to the fan on the capacitor. Does that sound right?
Yes. Okay. Let's turn the 220 power on and see what happens. Be careful from here, power will be on.
I have a breaker, 30 amp, and a plug type thing in a box out at the AC unit. Should I turn both on?
Leave the one by the unit off. Turn just the breaker on. Then turn the one on by the unit.
Okay, it is on.
Unit came on?
No, I was just letting you know I turned the breaker on, sorry.
No problem. Let's plug the disconnect in. Now we will be checking voltage.
I have the thermostat off. Should I turn it to a point that would turn the AC unit on?
Yes, do you have someone else there to turn stat on while you are by the unit?
No, sorry, I wish I did.
No problem. Did you plug disconnect in that is by the unit?
Not yet. Should I do that now?
No, go ahead and turn the stat on and set to low temperature. Then plug disconnect in and tell me what happens. Listen for clicks.
Did all that. No clicks.
Okay.
Fan on top of AC unit on.
Okay, put meter to volts and check from where the old 21 to 23 terminals would be. Should be 220 to 230 volts.
240 volts there.
Great. And all is running except the compressor.
Correct.
According to the wire diagram, all safety switches are okay or the contactor would not pull in. Which it has. Do you have an amp meter?
Yes.
Okay, let's pull the disconnect out that is by the unit. Then with your amp meter clamped around the black wire that goes to compressor, plug it back in. See if the amp meter jumps up.
Okay, back ASAP, and let you know what happened. I am not sure I have the right meter. It is a multimeter. Will that work?
It would be a clamp-on meter. I will find a picture and post it.
Nope, mine is not a clamp-on. I guess all I can test are ohms and volts.
Full-size image. That is amp meter. May I ask where you got your parts?
Ferguson's HVAC and plumbing supply in town.
Okay, I think the compressor is what we call locked up.
Can it be unlocked or does this mean big bucks for a new compressor?
You can try a start capacitor. It gives the compressor extra starting torque. It may work, it may not. Sometimes they will go ahead and start with one of these. I would either try one of these or replace the unit, not the compressor.
You mean the whole AC unit? Is a start capacitor in addition to the capacitor or in place of the capacitor?
Yes, the whole outside unit. It comes with a 5-year warranty, whereas a compressor has a 1-year warranty. Start capacitor is in addition to. If you look at the wire diagram, they show a start capacitor as optional.
If I go to the parts house, they will know what a start capacitor is.
Yes, but I can give you the number for one.
Okay, thanks.
Does your unit have a little device that looks like a spool of thread? It would have 3 wires to it. Carrier/Bryant uses these a lot. But I don't see it in the wire diagram.
I don't think so. Would it be separate from the capacitor and contactor?
Yes.
No, it does not have one of those.
Okay, those things are bad about going out. Let me get that part number for you. It's a 521 compressor saver. CSRU1. For a 3-ton unit.
Okay, thank you.
If you need help wiring it, let me know. 2 wires go to a capacitor that is there and 1 goes back to the contactor. It would go to the old 21 terminal. Thank you, XXXXXX rate until you are satisfied with my service. Ron. Were you able to get start capacitor? Or was it too late in the day?
I put the 521 compressor on. No change. I guess my compressor is done. What brand of AC do you recommend?
I think this is our 22 refrigerant. You will get the best price and warranty with a Goodman. They have a 5-year part warranty on all parts. You will be getting what is called a dry charge unit. You may want to get pricing on new unit with evaporator coil replacement, then you could switch to the new R410A refrigerant as R22 is being phased out by the EPA. Just depends on your budget. Where are you located?
Is the evaporator coils what is around the compressor? I am in Topeka, Kansas.
No sir, that is the condenser coil. The evaporator coil is inside. Do you have gas or electric heat, and is it in a closet or does it lay down in an attic?
Have a gas furnace.
I am getting about $2,500 for the 3-ton Goodman installed.
It is in my basement.
So the coil probably sits on top of the furnace. Unless it is suspended.
Yes, that's it on top of the furnace, I see it. $2,500 is for outdoor AC unit and the inside evaporator coil.
One thing leads to another. If you replace inside and out, you may want to up the efficiency of the AC. The Goodman I quoted is a 13 SEER. You may want to go higher if you replace the coil also. However, the price would go up.
I see. Wow. I think my unit was new in 2000. Is 13 years about normal?
12 to 15 years is normal, I have seen them run for 25 years though. U-unit now is a 10 SEER. The new Goodman would operate about 25% cheaper than the existing unit. Do you use a lot of AC there?
Yes, we get hot a lot. Last 2 summers have been very hot.
If you are leaning to replacing inside and out, check out the Amana. They have a 10-year part warranty and a lifetime warranty on their 16 SEER unit. Lifetime is for as long as you own the home. If you sell, it reverts to 10 years. However, if the compressor ever goes out, you don't get a warranty compressor, you get a whole new outdoor unit. This is important, you must register warranty online or you lose it. I will put up links for the Amana and Goodman. http://www.amanahawk.com/ http://www.goodmanmfg.com/ You may need to copy/paste these to address bar. Don't buy equipment online, you will lose any warranty.
Thank you for your help. I will be saving my money and hope to replace AC by spring. Thanks again.
Thank you. XXXXXX Great weekend. You can locate dealers at those websites by your zip code. Mine is 77,541 for example.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.